It's a lovely good morning and welcome to Wusile Good Morning Breakfast Show on Bulozi TV, the pride of Barose. Remember, we're coming to your screens live from Mongo in Western Province, and we are on TopStar Channel 120 in Mongo, Lemulonga, Kalabo, some parts of Sinanga. We're also in Lusaka, Chongwe, and also other surrounding areas. You can catch us live on Facebook. That is Bulozi TV, as well as YouTube. It is Bulozi TV. You can also catch some of our videos on TikTok. So the Wusile Breakfast Show comes to your screens every single day from Monday through to Saturday. And today it is a Friday. I say Friday in Jakarta, Friday special. Trying to put you in the weekend mood. So I am your presenter this lovely morning. My name is Nathan Akufuna Wamdila. I'm not alone in the studio as per custom. Mayoyo.
Good morning to our lovely viewers. It's a beautiful morning, as Mr. Akufuna has mentioned. To say it's a weekend and it's a month end. You know what I mean, right?
It's not even a weekend.
The weekend has begun. Yes, the weekend has begun. It starts around 06 hours. No, let me say 01 on Friday. You know, like even when you're going to work, you just know, okay, it's weekend mode. Yeah. Then weekend mode activated. But weekend mode should be activated around 17 hours today. Exactly. It's indeed a beautiful morning, and just like Nathan has mentioned, this is Wusile Good Morning Breakfast Show, the show that we always bring to your screen every Monday to Saturday right here on Bulozi TV. And we've got a lot for you today. We've got a lot of package for you, starting from the theme of the day, current affairs, weather updates, because hey, there's always an impact of not knowing the weather update. You might be thinking today, no, kinakoya maliha, and or maybe kinakoya kubada.
And it's becoming cold each and every day.
Exactly. And then people are saying Lusaka is windy, so you might never know where you are. So that's why you need to stay glued to Bulozi TV so that you know the weather when leaving your house. And what a good morning with our social trends. We need to make you laugh. We need to put a smile on your faces. That's why here at Bulozi TV we do have social trends, so as sports updates for sports lovers. So stay glued to Bulozi TV as we're going to take you through the morning.
Kiwi tumero mi mkanga wakacheno iliona topic yalona lo sinaweza kuli next week kapavikieta hala bobeli ki kukonkerwa fast pula hapa fast tulo kwa mweteleli yomucha ya namtompe hakainde hichilema yonera bizamwa CSS kuli inauguration ceremony as announced by the secretary to cabinet, Mr. Patrick K. Kangwa. Me and Kacholo Buzakuli, in anticipation of the world, the inauguration day of President Hichilema, which world leaders and music artists are you, or do you anticipate to be present at President Hakainde Hichilema's inauguration? Kwa iteli bamwali fasi bamkalamu Africa, balina haza Africa, balina haza fasi kafela. Maini ba operi. Ikora kuba baperi bamwana hamuka mali baperi bakwandana bomulibera koli baka bateni kwa mkiti wa inauguration kapa wa kukonkera fast pola wa mweteleli wana kibafi kwa baiteleli bali fasi bomuziba bomu hakaleza kuli ba yo akona kushota kwatenyo ikona kuba baiteleli bamwana haona mo baiteleli basizo baiteleli bafika pa bafi bomunahana ma president bali fasi bomunahana kibomani bomuhopra kuli ba no matter what bana kubateni kwa mkiti wo omutuna wa kukonkera fast pola wo mweteleli wana Zambia wo mtompe Hakainde Hichilema kona zeruguza mimu fitsama ikutu amina kakuleza fa nombolo ya 0773 738114 0773 738114.
Come on, it's early, and we'll just get into our current affairs. As we all know, to say la Monday wiki onae courts, all the courts in Zambia ne akwalilwe mine loniva las wonaba Laws Association of Zambia. They came forward nikutoza press statement mane ni CS ozwambeno ablela kuli makoti yaswanla kukwalulwa akikamula okuli makoti kambali kuta likwaliwe. This is a follow-up. So court reopens after 3 days of abruptly closure. Laz says Zambia still needs answers. So kona foba bulezi babalo Association of Zambia kulibona basato kwa likalabo kakuli makuta ne akwa oluzima zazi amalalo asazo kwaliwa 3 days after the closure of court. So let's just take a look at this video from Laz.
Laz welcomes the reopening of the courts as it restores access to justice and registry services for the legal practitioners, litigants, and members of the public, and allows court processes, urgent applications, and other judicial businesses to resume as normal. However, we wish as Laz to place on record that the reopening of the courts today does not by itself resolve the serious issues arising from the 3-day interruption of access to judicial services. It is therefore necessary for Laz to speak today soberly, constructively, and firmly, because access to justice is too important to be treated as an administrative matter. Over the last couple of days, the association has made frantic efforts to engage the judiciary and to obtain clarity regarding the circumstances surrounding the closure. We sought to understand the reasons for the closure, its scope and duration, the authority pursuant to which it was effected, and importantly, what measures, if any, were put in place by the judiciary to ensure continued access to justice for persons whose rights and legal remedies required urgent judicial intervention. Regrettably, we have not received the meaningful and comprehensive explanation that the circumstances required. We have also taken note of the public statement from State House indicating that the executive did not sanction or direct the closure of the court. We have no reason at this stage to doubt that credible assertion. Our immediate concern is the effect of the closure on litigants and legal practitioners generally. For 3 days, access to courts and registries was interrupted, and during that period, there was no comprehensive and generally accessible alternative mechanism communicated to court users for dealing with all urgent applications, filings, and procedural deadlines. The consequences could be significant. There are accused persons, for example, who may have required bail during that intervening period. There are persons who may have required urgent protection from unlawful detention or other violations of their rights. There are survivors, for example, of gender-based violence, GBV, who may have required protection orders from the court. There are litigants requiring urgent injunctions. There are, in addition, businesses and individuals whose property or contractual interest may have required immediate protection and attention. And there are parties, in addition, whose legal rights depend upon filing within a prescribed statutory or constitutional period. No person, we believe as an association, should lose a right, remedy, or opportunity to be heard because the institution through which the right had to be exercised was inaccessible. Laz therefore calls upon the judiciary to issue, without further delay, clear and authoritative directions on how all filings, applications, and deadlines affected by the closure will be treated going forward. Where a litigant or legal practitioner was prevented from complying with a requirement because of the closure, appropriate measures must be available to ensure that they are not unfairly prejudiced. We as an association acknowledge that genuine security concerns may, in exceptional circumstances, require restrictions on access to court premises. The safety of judicial officers, judicial staff, legal practitioners, litigants, and members of the public is without a doubt important. However, where security concerns arise, the response must be proportionate and, as far as reasonably possible, preserve access to essential judicial services. Security cannot and should not become a blanket justification for leaving people without a meaningful avenue to approach the courts of law. If circumstances require the physical closure of the court premises, there must be alternative arrangements for urgent matters and essential filings alike. Finally, this experience has exposed the need for a clear institutional framework for maintaining access to justice during times of emergencies. The country should not again find itself in a situation where court premises are closed, legal deadlines continue to run, urgent rights require protection, and court users do not know where to go to seek legal remedies or reliefs. Laws therefore calls upon the judiciary to develop and communicate formal contingency arrangements for future disruptions. These should provide, at a minimum, for mechanisms for urgent applications and alternative filing arrangements where physical access is unavailable. It is a safeguard for the rule of law. In conclusion, the Law Association of Zambia stands ready to engage with the judiciary and all stakeholders to ensure that these issues are addressed in the public interest. We will, as an association, continue to monitor the situation and, in accordance with our mandate under Section 4 of the Law Association of Zambia Act, Chapter 31 of the Laws of Zambia, which is our empowering statute, continue to defend the rule of law, access to justice, constitutionalism, and the independence and dignity of the judiciary. We wish to stress as an association that we do so not as an adversary of the judiciary, but a key stakeholder in the administration of justice, and as an association committed to ensuring that the justice system works for every Zambian, including the vulnerable. I thank you most sincerely, and may the good Lord bless you all. Have a good day. Thank you.
Balikivo President ba Law Association of Zambia ilikatengwa katalima fa baimeli ba mwali kuta wana malawyers bene ba likapitoroka fera maikutu wabona kwa manani kwaliwa kwalikuta kubireteni kuzwala mubulo kutofita mabani kuli neli maza malalo likuta ngeli kwaliwe konji alikwali mabani bagensa mukuono bireteni kuli pioze bireteni za kuli kunani lipi kunani kutokwa hande silelezo kuno kubona ala mwana mi muso nongire muhato kwala likuta mane ni maluko ama muso anabona nakoli na service waki kutokwa hande silelezo ko bo tembe, what do you pick from the FN?
I'm glad that they are calling for the fact that they need answers for the public interests. So they will keep to engage the authorities, the relevant authorities, to see to it that the public gets answers, which is really something that's needed, because people were agitated and they were asking questions to say, okay, what's happening? Because some of them, they were saying that this has never happened in the history of Zambia. Personally, maybe I've never heard of such. Maybe I was young and everything, but yeah.
Indeed, it was quite strange. Of course, courts do go on recess, but the way this one happened, it was quite strange. Where almost all the courts, actually all of the courts countrywide were placed under a heavy security guard. So we really don't know what really transpired. But according to government, there were security threats that they needed to look at. And yesterday we also saw, just immediately after the courts were reopened, we saw the Zambia police issuing also a statement to the same effect, saying that the security risk assessments at key government premises were being finalized. And let me just read the statement as it was written by the Zambia Police Service as of yesterday, 27th August 2026. So the Zambia Police Service, in collaboration with other security and law enforcement agencies, provides the following updates on the security risk assessments at selected key government premises as communicated in the statement issued on August 24, 2026. The security threats that necessitated the heightened security measures have been effectively contained, resulting in a significant reduction in the associated security risks. Consequently, normal operations have resumed at the affected government premises. However, security personnel remain deployed at designated locations to maintain surveillance and monitor the security situation. As a precautionary measure, security patrols around the affected premises and other key government installations have been intensified. The Zambia Police Service, together with other security agencies, will continue to assess the security situation and implement appropriate measures as necessary. We would like to thank members of the public and government personnel at the affected institutions for their cooperation and compliance during the period of heightened security. Members of the public are advised to remain calm, vigilant, and cooperative, and to promptly report any suspicious persons, activities, or incidents to the police or other relevant security and law enforcement authorities. Issued and signed by Grafael C. Musamba, Inspector General of Police. So this was just in connection with the issue of the closure of the courts. And apparently, I didn't hear or haven't heard of any other government institution which was closed apart from the courts.
Exactly.
But from the statement here, it shows that the other government offices were also closed. So and they have not categorized which are those key government institutions which were also closed apart from the courts. But anyway, that's what the Zambia police had to say with regards to the security issue.
Exactly. So this is in connection with what the laws were talking about, that the public will require answers, and I think the police have answered.
They have answered, but not satisfactory.
Not satisfying answers, yeah. So we'll keep on waiting, and then Laz is pushing so that you and I can get the answers that we need, the answers that are convincing, maybe, for lack of better terms. We continue, and we did see government confirm they reached out to the family of late Honorable Mutoto Ya Fa Moya in order to accord him the full state funeral as former cabinet minister according to the constitution. However, the family respectively declined the offer, but they have instead opted for a private funeral in his home village. So we are just going to read the statement from
so the statement
from government. The
statement which was released yesterday by Secretary to the Cabinet, Mr. Patrick K. Kangwa, reads as follows. Government wishes to inform the nation that it offered to accord the late Honorable Mutoto Ya Fa Moya the funeral and burial honors applicable to a former cabinet minister. The late Honorable Ya Fa Moya served as Minister of Works and Supply from 2018 to 2019 and Minister of Transport and Communications from 2019 to 2021. The family, however, respectively declined the offer by government and opted to host a private funeral arrangement. The public is therefore requested to respect the wishes of the family. Our prayers go out to the deceased family. Signed by Patrick K. Kangwa, Secretary to the Cabinet. So that is what is prevailing with the issue of Honorable Mutotwe Kafoya. Again, similar to the issue of the late President Edgar Lungu, where again he was supposed to have been coded state funeral, and also those burial honors which befit former head of state. Again, the family opted for a private funeral in South Africa. We are seeing another similar incident in the case of Mutotwe Kafoya.
Exactly, and the number is 0773-738114. That's the line that you can use to comment on any of our stories and our theme for today. So just do call us. Would love to hear from you, from everything that we are saying. And we continue. So following that statement, Mutotwe Kafoya's family, so the family of late Mutotwe Kafoya has expressed lamentations after it was allegedly discovered that his body was found naked in the mortuary. Okay, so they just, I don't know. How am I going to put this?
The same way it has been put.
They just lamented, and they were grieved. They were grieved to say they found their person naked, and they didn't find his wallet, his shoes, his phones. They don't know the whereabouts of everything. Let's just take a look at this video from Mutotwe Kafoya's family, then we'll get back.
Mariro kuno kumwaicha wandi Mutotwe Kafoya oba ipeye pa 14 twayirishanya kubuteko opo twambira okuyirishanya batupere kitumbi tabale tupere kitumbi lyonseri irero lo twachia batupere kitumbi ukusanga umwaicha wandi omwafya alirwe kwa bulensa pato ifya kufwala fyonse takwete kumona akamukati konse kanda pantita kuli umuntu alifere nkoloka eka natuyirishanya tetutusende kitumbi kwa bule fya kufwala inge fya kufwala fili kwisa kanshi tupeni fya kufwala fya kwantu benenzo abati umuntu abamuletere kuno bamuletere fya kwa bule fya kufwala bamuletere obwamba inge fya kufwala fili kwisa ati awe twala mwewa bwino fya kufwala fyali no mulopa sana twalioche fya kufwala kwali boko boche fya kufwala fya muyashi kukochera kumone nsapato twachiwa kuima lero mwantu wakwalesa church service yachilingo okubako 15 hours ukuti tusende ekitumbi twamukushika kumwesu kulunte twachiwa nokuima 04 mailo awe natufira obulendo nabufirikwa teti tusende ekitumbi kyamwaiche wandi ukwabule fya kufwala kumunshibala atwipusha infumu era atwipusha okuba chifu balelolela n'abalukwa bonse balelolela tulelondolola kyanyugutira ati twaleta Mutotwe uchafumina obwamba panga ndafumina fya kufwala lero kumochali kuli obuteeko obulipo wasanga obwamba na foni yonse ili kwisa foni yakwa Mutotwe ati twaliocha wale chionse wale tiaka Mutotwe ili kuisa ati twaliocha so ifo kuno kumaliro pomwaichi wandi Mutotwe twayirishanya mwe bantu mwewe kala chalo twafueni kwa buteko wifo twakangiwa twalasenda shani kitumbi mukushika ichili ubwambo kwa bule fya kufwala kushefya kufwala wale fo kutwala kwina ngubatwele nangu chinshi wale mukutefya kufwala echona ngubale chitana tofinshi ifo twapapa twachepa twafueni kwa mwewe kala chalo mwe bantu barukwa wakwa Mutotwe twachepa twapapata
Okay, bali kulubasirwa bo nyandi bo Mutotwe Kafoya ne bafitsa ferali pilailo zabona ni sililo sakuli bapalize kuwoloka mwana wona mabane sinana ku nasona kubulukiwa kasakona bazofuta kwa lipumulelo la mibili kwa mochari wazofumana kuli mubiri wabona bo mtoto kafoya no inze mapono no sinalia palo min kwa ino babuza kuli kanti lya palo za mwana abona linzi kai ufumanele fra kuli fera ni watch fazo kona fera zibafumanele zona but kuna libya nakafela basiro chomu basamba pepera and that was the reason why they actually yesterday there was even a service at church.
There was supposed to be a church service which was cancelled.
The service was there actually. It had started. Yes, because they were expecting to receive the body, but when they learned that the body won't come to the church, they had to cancel the service.
Okay, I won't comment much on this one because I don't really know how bodies are kept at the mortuary. So yeah, nah.
Okay, one day you will understand when you grow up.
Okay, so we move forward. We saw Peter Chanda saying that, and I quote, "You can only ascend to power through the ballot and not through the courts." I don't know who he was referring to, wanted to ascend to power through the courts, but that was Peter Chanda, who is NCP president, Pastor Peter Chanda. So let's just take a look at this video, then we'll be back.
The elections are over, and I strongly believe that we all know that you can only ascend to power through the ballot, not through the courts. Now, the parameters are seen clearly. You get 59 MPs and you expect to win an election. How are you going to govern? Let's look at 2016 or 2021. The demonstration of the fact that President Hakainde Hichilema won the election, even from the opposition, was seen by the number of MPs that he got against the ruling party. The ruling party, which was PF, got lesser MPs, and President Hakainde Hichilema got more MPs. So to the Zambian people, do not be cheated that somebody won. And therefore, it was premature for a leader that is a runners-up to announce himself that he has won the election. And later on, run away from responsibility when called upon and go to hide in the UN. We know that the international organizations, of course, are there for that. But I want to say this. President Hakainde Hichilema never ran away from responsibility. And my call to my two brothers is that come out and stand with the people that you were sending, people that were listening to you, people that have been arrested. That's leadership. So for now, all I can say to the Zambian people is that the die is cast. President Hakainde Hichilema will be inaugurated on the 1st of September, and our goal is to see that this man continues to work for the Zambian people. To the opposition, it's time for politics of productivity. Engage us on matters that relate to the promises that have been made and not to talk about the election. Let's focus on 2031.
Let's focus on 2031 and let's just give chance time to the president, as President Hakainde Hichilema will be inaugurated or sworn in on the 1st of September, which is on Tuesday next week. That's Pastor Peter Chanda, apparently, and he was part of the Tonsi Alliance. He was part of the Tonsi Alliance. Then towards the elections, he pulled out from the Tonsi Alliance.
He switched camps.
He joined, he endorsed President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND. And like for him, the party that he endorsed has won. And now he's urging the opposition.
Now he's in the ruling.
Of course, he's in the ruling party, and the other leg is in the ruling party, the other leg is in the opposition, because he's still president of, according to him, he's still president of NCP. Although, again, he was he was kicked out of the party. At some point, he was kicked out from his party, and I don't know how that issue has continued, but he was kicked out at some point. He was removed from the party, but he still carries himself as a party president of the National Congress Party. Kora zabo Pastor Bomboleri balinzula mulimu bo Pastor Peter Chanda ba tulokafula kuli ba opposition ba bone kuli ba fasi baka kumwetereri hakainde chirema ilikona kubona kubusa kuli kiena yake tirwe kisichaba.
And Shangwe, and our theme for today reads, which world leader and music artist do you anticipate at President Hakainde Hichilema's inauguration? So sinamuba blelezi bo Nathan ni Peter Chanda kuti la 1 September lona labobeli kukaba kikuhatseza kukonkela kwa kukonkela kwa wo President Hakainde Hichilema mi munana kuli kiwa eteleli mangi banaha babakaba kwateni kamba baopeli lukabona baopeli bane bayizwa inauguration ya 2021 nji mwezi anticipate kuli mukabona kwateni bana yo maps nji kiwe na Rihanna bakata kuzwa kwa mana hayabona aluzibi so kwa zelo takumulubulelele mi nombolo ki 0773738114 0773738114 kamba mane mwakona kulu ngolali musafari kepana la Facebook lona la Bulozi TV luka tabela hulu kutwa mai kutwa mina hano ya mina kana kiwama mweza anticipate kuli vakata hakwali kwa Heroes Stadium kwa kubakali kali kweza ma preparations mane chwalo nombolo onae ifa WhatsApp kona kuliseza via WhatsApp lokaitumela holo
kama niti mi lwazo la pili kuzeza la zasuri kweza la mwa anna hayo na current affairs mi musori ku watu kuso ya Vusile Good Morning Breakfast Show mi musabali kuli tukuso emiteranga zazinzazi tuzala mugolo kofta la sabata mega channel kila butano mi aruzo la pili chwana UPN supporter during a phone-in program for Capital FM kuna ni supporter wa UPN analysis for program ni kubulela kuli kambe muso nolumereze petition ya babaluzize kuli ikona ku yakakuta mi ikona ku yotiwa mwakuta kuli asamlaho wa tabakufera kora ne baka is a celebrate handende and the celebration was going to have a meaning. It's surprising to see people who can think like that when others have quashed the issue of no petition.
I think we need such people actually,
and this man is part of the UPND, is a supporter, but he feels that the government should, or the UPND should have allowed the petition to be heard. But the other question is, have they refused the petition to be heard? Did they refuse the petition to be heard? Because the petition wasn't filed before the Constitutional Court. We've seen the events unfolding. Former last President Linda Kasonde did try to file in the petition through the normal the mail address, which bounced back after the courts were closed on Monday, and she opted to send the petition to the head of the judiciary, who is the Chief Justice, Dr. Mumba Malila, who also confirmed the receipt of those documents, and later on actually forwarded the documents to the Constitutional Court, hoping that they will receive. But later on we heard from the judiciary to say it was not filed before the Constitutional Court.
They did not receive any petition.
So let's just listen to the UPND supporter who called during a phone-in program for Capital FM, and this video is courtesy of Capital FM.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is
Aaron Yerinda from Lusaka.
Good morning, Aaron. Go on with your contribution.
Yeah, so my contribution is that Zambia is a democratic country, and me as a youth and someone who voted for President Hakainde Hichilema, I would have been happy to see the petition going to court. It would have been better if the petition was heard, because this petition was not only going to be for those who lost this election. It would have been for Zambia at large, and then at the international stage. You see, the headlines which Zambia is making, the killing of Honorable Peter Kafwaya, the suspension of counting, all these scenarios created a bad picture at the international stage. Now, had this issue had gone in court, our aggrieved friends, they would have presented their evidence. Now, the ruling fruit, they would have also given out their explanations. At the end of the day, we could have gotten the real situation, if the votes were really stolen or not. But now, with what happened now, it will show as if now it's true my elections were rigged. Right now, some of us who are known that we support President Hakainde Hichilema, we are even unable to celebrate. Whenever you try to celebrate, no, it's because you knew that so had the petition go on, it would have been the best for all of us. Some of us will believe that President Hakainde Hichilema won, but we can agree also that there were some discrepancies. Polling station, so all these what the end of the day, we could have had the clear picture of what happened. Otherwise, this is not good, man. We can't refer to what happened in 2016. This is why the PF lost with over 1 million votes. But now, if you also refer to what happened then and now, there is no change. In fact, now no, some of us, we would have been happy if the petition would have gone on, because we believe that as the UPND we won fair and square. But of course, there will be others will be crying. So this is my contribution. Otherwise, I'm a such person that petition is 9 on. I would have been happy, because it would have indicated a lot of us, Zambia at large, we could have benefited, because nothing would have changed. Bad one. Already, I'm never so talk money. The president, but now 50%. All these would have been discussed. At the end of the day, we could have had a final clear decision. This was going to be the best for Zambians, but as usual, want to play politics.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much.
Okay, nasepa mukona kutwera kabukusana tukafera kulia kambe petition yene sona kwiswa ke ba NRPUP ababo presidential candidate ba NRPUP bo Brian Munduvire ni bo makebizuru kuli kambe ne ile kwa kuta kuli zene bulela kuli mwendiko ma polling stations ama president wa returning officer ba announce results asili apeva kwale kwa mulungushi kubire results asili kambere tabazari kafera bikorole ko tali mu hanene kuli ni haiba abakaya kwa inauguration bakona kuba bato batabiraho and yeah.
And that's just Mr. Aaron, who says he's a UPND supporter, and he feels like what happened in 2016 is repeating itself, and the reason why they voted for change is because they didn't want the same things that happened. The main reason why he said the main reason why PF lost because they never listened to the people, and why is UPND repeating the same thing right now? So well, that's just his contribution. Those were his thoughts, not the thoughts of the company anyway. So yeah.
Talking about petitions, and petitions have started coming in from the parliamentary level. We have seen yesterday UPND losing candidates in the Zambezi Central Parliamentary election, who has petitioned the High Court ukonde kuya kwa Kuta bakesa kule askat avera likine poses bileteni kwa Zambezi Central asamla kuluza liketisa bakibo Dennis Mano bakopano ya UPND bakonde kuhana likedlinepo zetu msizwe kiwa Electoral Commission of Zambia asamla ho wabo Ngimbu Raphael Kuina and Wangimbu Raphael kibo independent candidate. And so Mr. Ngimbu won by 8,336 votes, while Dennis Mano won by UPND of money 7,816. Mibabonikuli abasikata bela liketsa muliza maezi mibana ni bupaki baba batakufitsa kwa kuta mi bayisize taba kwa kuta kuyozeka liketsa ze koli kuta ikona kuta limafateni hakulo lefateni koli abasikao twisisa handenene muliza maezi halo tweni zene babulezi bo Dennis Mano asamlao akwisa taba yabona kwa kuta mabana.
I just want to confirm that we have successfully filed in our petition for the Zambezi Central City. So right now we are just trying to find the whereabouts of the respondent so that we save with him the documents. The only thing I would like to ask the people of Zambezi Central constituency, let them to be calm. We don't want anyone to start attacking one another. We are going to seek the justice that we want. There are processes that are challenging about the violence, the intimidation which happened in Zambezi. We want to seek the precedents in Zambezi to show that during elections, people are supposed to conduct themselves in a good manner, whereby all of us are supposed to abide by the laws of this country. So we'll keep you posted on how which place the matter will be held. It will be here in Lusaka or it will be held in Solwezi. We are going to update the nation and the good people of Zambezi. And I would like to say thank you very much for your support and thank you to everyone.
Alikuwa Dennis Mano va beni vaipapata fakopano ya United Party for National Development UPND kwa Zambezi Central elimu aliketsa ze sazo feraun chanu wanafa zene vilete nila 13 muyana 2026 mi vai kutokuli kuna ni uliangere no vilete ni mwaliketsa za kwa Zambezi Central kika hao babata ku yozeka kuisata vai kwa kuta kulikuta yo batu safateni kule mwanabo wana yawe nyere wa independent askawe na hande wanangi kuli kibona no sana kuina me watako oli kuta yola era kuliketsa esikaza mande me kubeni by election haiba kuta ikalumera chwalo kako yakaupaki ukaiswa fapira kuta
enshangwe mikakwekeza. We also saw taba yeswana kwali kwa Lusaka kona kwa mubizanga kulikuwa Zambia. So in a related development, and National Reconciliation Party for Unity and Prosperity, which is NRPUP, Lusaka mayoral candidate Gabriel Kiwombwe has petitioned the elections and declaration of UPND's Chitambala Moya in the just ended general election. Mr. Moya was declared winner after securing a total of 200,029 votes, while Mr. Kiwombwe got 195,041 votes. So Nikwale kwa Lusaka nikona by the petition he's refused to say okay he is not he won. So that's just the affidavit which says that okay, so I'm just going to read through the bottom part where it says election for mayor for the city of Lusaka held on the 13th day of August 2026. So the petition of Gabriel Isaac Kiwombwe, whose address for service is 23 First Street, New Kawata, Lusaka, shows that your petitioner is a person who was a candidate at the for said election, and your petitioner states that the election was held on the 13th day of August 2026 with Banda Namuchia, Kabola, Crispin, Kiwombo Gabriel, Mwewa Chitambala, and Mwila Simon, and also Nyirenda David were candidates, and the returning officer declared Mwewa Chitambala as being duly elected. And your petitioner says that okay, so it continues, says that the local government election tribunal for the Lusaka district held at Lusaka. So that's just the petition, which was petitioned by Mr. Gabriel, who is refusing to say he won, or maybe he's not satisfied with the results.
With the results.
The results. So his petition in the court of law to kubona kuli bona habasikattabela yawo ma results nato tumusiwa kuba ECZ kuli bomu achitambala kona bo babasazoketiwa kuba bo meya bakwali kwa Lusaka.
And again, a competition, and we're going to see a lot of petitions, especially for MPs, and already now we've seen kwa Zambezi Central, Kiwabo Mayor kwa Lusaka. Another petition coming all the way from Chingola, National Reconciliation Party for Unity and Prosperity, Chingola West, losing parliamentary candidate Boris Chansa, has also petitioned the outcome of the parliamentary election in the Kitwe High Court. UPND Chingola West candidate Chipoka Mlenga won the seat with 9,995 votes, while NRPUP candidate Boris Chansa came in second with 9,945. Wow, this was too close.
Yeah, it was too close. I think
about 50 votes, 50 votes somewhere there, 51 votes are difference. Speaking to Radio Ichengelo News after filing in his petition in Kitwe, Mr. Chansa said he had decided to take the step owing to alleged electoral irregularities experienced during the election. So this video is a case of Radio Ichengelo kwa Chingola.
Okay, so we are here. We are here at Kitwe High Court to do a petition, and by the grace of God, we've successfully filed in our petition against ECZ and Honorable Chipoka Mlenga, who was declared winner in the just ended general elections in Chingola West constituency. I've petitioned ECZ together with the purported winner because I want justice to prevail. I believe, looking at the Gen 20s that I had all the Gen 20s from all the polling stations, and the results that I got, I know that that was my seat. But because a wrong person was declared winner, I decided to come here and seek justice. So I believe that at the end of the day, I will get the justice that I expect to get. It's not about me. It's all about the people back home. People that woke up in the morning and decided who they wanted to be led by. So they chose me. I know that they chose me. But, you know, at the end of the day, another person was imposed on the people. I hope justice will prevail.
Okay, it's raining petitions.
It's raining petition. This is just the beginning.
Exactly.
We are going to see a lot of petitions in this, especially Yama MPs, Yama mayors, to some extent in my councillors. Petitions, and we are hoping that the courts will do justice, and those that are seeking justice will receive a fair trial and given fair judgment according to the evidence that is going to be produced or to be presented before the courts.
Exactly, and the number that we're using is 0773-738114, 0773-738114. That's the line that we're using right here on Bulozi TV. Do call us. We would love to hear from you. What's your contribution? So we move forward, and we saw the police actually saying about 700 police officers to be deployed at this year's Kulamba traditional ceremony in Katete district of Eastern Province. So this was a statement by Robert Soni Mwamba from Mwemba, I mean, yeah, from the police. So just take a look at the police statement, then we'll get back to you.
We are prepared for this ceremony, which will take place on Saturday. The deployment starts today, this afternoon. We are dispatching, the in charge of operation will be dispatching our officers into Katete We are more than ready to police. My officers will be camped there, not until the ceremony is over on Saturday. We likely to withdraw the following day when all invited guests have left. I know this time around this year, yesterday I was talking to Mr. Piri, that the guest of honor will be the Paramount Chief Chitimukuru. We are just waiting for timings as usual, so that we escort him from, if at all is coming by air from our airport here in Chipata. I know some, they don't go there to celebrate. Some, they go there to start stealing from people. There will be a lot of people there who will be selling their merchandise, will be there. We have a police post which will be operating 24 hours. For those who will be coming to Kulamba, please, it's a brotherly warning. Go there and celebrate. Don't go there as a criminal to start stealing other people's items or goods. We'll be quick to pick such a person.
Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer, Mr. Robertson Mwemba, trying to assure the people of Eastern Province that there will be enough security tomorrow kwani kwa Katete ko kabani mkiti wasizo wa Kulamba.
And Shangwe, and some people would ask to say, what is this Kulamba ceremony? So this is a ceremony which is an annual Thanksgiving and cultural festive held every last Saturday of August at Makaika village in Katete district, Eastern Province of Zambia. So it's just an annual festive. Yeah, that's all about it.
So matako ya kwa Katete yobona Kulamba bomvora wakona kumisindeketa.
You know what came in my mind when I heard Kulamba? Just remember Lozi say kikucha Kulamba.
Otherwise, we wish our brothers and sisters in Katete a beautiful ceremony. Kamso and security is not something to worry about. Mapokora bakabateni sinababulezi bo Mwemba kwa Eastern Province kuli mapokora fitafa mianda yesu pile baka isiwa kwano kubona kuli bafaserelezo yetuna kuli kusike kwaba ni mifilifili kapa misunga kona kwezala kuli batu bayikole hanenende mukiti wa Kulamba.
And Shangwe, and time is no longer on our side now. Okay, Lushwelamuna. So we'll just go straight into our sports update. Then after that,
let's go to social trends. We see what is happening. Let's go to social trends and see what is happening. We see how people are enjoying themselves. People are becoming dancers. Others are becoming this and that. So let's see this man who was just expressing himself through some dance.
Okay, as they are still looking for the video for social trends, we'll just go ahead and go into sports updates.
Okay, sports updates kachenu zezala mwali fasala papali kikuli lutali mafa musipili wale wakuya kwa under 20 AFCON ili okavela kwani kwa Mauritius mwasile mosa 2027. Okay, let me just read the statement as written by the Football Association of Zambia. So Zambia will join other COSAFA teams in battling for ticket to the Ghana 2027 under 20 AFCON. So this actually to be hosted in Ghana in 2027. So Mauritius will host the COSAFA zone qualifiers from 18 to 27 September, with top teams securing qualification to the AFCON. Zambia is in Group C with Malawi, Comoros, and Botswana. Coach Perry Mutapa, who is being assisted by Masauso Tembo, Lamek Banda, and Sipo Mumbi, and Mike Siame will be looking to qualifying the team to the AFCON. Zambia was at the 2025 AFCON but exited at the group stage under the stewardship of Boyd Mulwanda. The last time Zambia made continental waves at under 20 level was in 2017 when they were crowned champions under Beston Chambeshi. So we would love to see again the Zambia under 20 this time around being crowned the African champions. 2017 it has been a dry spell from 2017 to 2027. So it will be actually 10 years now if they are to be crowned winners next year. So the AFCON, the under 20 AFCON, will be hosted by Ghana in 2027. So my qualifiers are kala 18 kuyala 27 mi akabela kwana haya Mauritius mi Zambia is my group C hamochoro ni na haya Malawi, Comoros manani na haya Botswana. Are we going to can the lads make it to Ghana? We are yet to see, as the qualifiers will begin 18 September. Miru lubalakaleza fera kozo mitangana va under 20 national team.
And Shangwe, and moving forward in our weather update, we have the weather forecast for today, Friday, which is the 28th of August 2026. So Eastern, Muchinga, Northern, Wapula, and Copperbelt provinces, including the northern part of Northwestern and Central provinces. Mornings will be partly cloudy, hazy, windy at times, and cool to mild. Minimum temperatures will range between 0.6 and 17 degrees Celsius. And afternoons will be partly cloudy, hazy, windy at times, and warm, with a chance of light rains over the northern parts of Luapula, Northern and Muchinga provinces. Maximum temperatures will range between 23 and 29 degrees Celsius, while evenings will be partly cloudy, windy at times, and mild to cool. And Lusaka, southern and western provinces, including the southern parts of northwestern and central provinces, mornings will be mainly sunny, windy and cool to mild. Minimum temperatures will range between 4 and 15 degrees Celsius. Mornings will be mainly sunny, windy, cool to mild, and minimum temperatures will range from between 4 to 15 degrees Celsius. And afternoons will be mainly sunny, hazy, windy at times, and warm to hot. Minimum temperatures will range between 25 and 31 degrees Celsius, while evenings will be mainly clear, windy, and mild to cool. An outlook to Saturday weather update shows that most parts of the country are expected to experience partly cloudy, windy, and mild to warm conditions. However, northwestern, western, and southern provinces are anticipated to be mainly sunny, windy, and warm to hot. So this weather update has been produced by the Zambia Meteorological Department under the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment.
Lutumezi nako keru shilamuna nako keru la kami onafaka na furukabe luyemezi mwatukiso yakachenu ya Vusile Good Morning Breakfast Show ili famazi mwangala Bulozi kumsa kayona mi ngambolo ini luikambota kayona kiakuli ki bafi baitereri bomukurubera kapomuli bera kuli bakaba 10 kwani kwa mukiti wa inauguration unakonkera faspola bomwetereri bana la buberi viketa la 1 September 2026 ikona ngambolo yenelui kambota kayona mifapira bo manjinela bo mutompe Christopher Mvola kina nathana kufuna wa mdela niwe bo
kina kutembaka mejo
loka mibona kamso kakusasa ni la pelekelo haluka kuta ni tukusoyemu lwetumeza